Hello friends, this is Andrea Lake and I have a new video for PinkFresh today using the Simple Things collection. Alright, so I'm going to work on a layout and my inspiration came from, I'm about to grab it, this book cover. I really wanted to work with those stripes, so that's what I'm going to do. And this is the perfect paper that I am not sure why I had not used yet. I think it was destiny. This was the layout I was meant to create with it, and this was the photo, the perfect photo. So I have the sunset, and the tones of the photo go from that, orange, yellow, passing with a little bit of pink to all the way to the blues. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try to recreate that book cover on my 12 by 12 using a 12 by 12 piece of white cardstock on the background. So the first thing is you'll see me cutting some of those paper strips, some shorter. I'm not measuring anything, not the width, not the length, nothing. I'm just going by what I think would work for me, or until I find an arrangement that I like. What I am gonna end up doing, I'm gonna realize halfway through this that I don't have, only with that 6 by 12 piece of paper, I won't have enough strips to put together to cover the entire top part of the paper. So here I am taking that second piece of paper and getting some strips. As I said, I'm not measuring anything. I'm just going with it. And I decided I'm moving here a little bit faster than normal, but I just wanted you to see the entire process of how that came together. Because again, there is no formal way to tell you, or a specific way, a step-by-step. Now take the 2 by 6 strip. No, it's just trial and error. Whatever works for you, whatever pleases your eye is really my best recommendation at this point. So here I am on the pinks. Oh, and the other thing is you'll see me. So this is not the actual piece of cardstock that I'm using for the layout. I decided to bring a second one. You'll see me doing that. But I decided to bring a second one and start gluing the strips, like taking one strip from the left and bringing it to the right, hoping that I was gonna keep the exact same arrangement as I was taking the pieces from one side to the other. That did not work, but in the end, I ended up loving the final result. Okay, here we go, we're almost done. And I'm I'm really, really happy with how this turned out. It's a very fun layout for me to see. It's something different from what I'm used to making. I love being in control of everything when I'm creating, almost having an exact idea of how things are gonna end up. And trying to arrange this and to set them up in a specific way, it's definitely not being in control of all of that. But as you can see, if it pleases your eye, you're gonna be satisfied and happy and you're gonna love it. And if not, just play with it and see if this is a technique or something that you would like to replicate. So now I am using, let me take them out because I don't remember the exact names. So give me just a moment, I have them here. So I use the Marigold, Coral Reef, and Soft Lilac inks, and I'm gonna be adding some water, and I'm using this tiny piece, this sponge, to add some texture as well. And that way I'm also mixing the colors, or using kind of like the same colors from the paper, starting from the yellow, then going to the oranges, and ending with the purples. little bit more. Almost all of it is going to be covered by the photo, but I still want to see some color peeking through. We're also going to add some splatters to make sure that we can see that watercolor from the background. My spray bottle was not working, so this is the only thing I could find by the time I started working on the layout. So it's not exactly pretty, but it did work. Got the job done. Okay. Gonna get those splatters now. I also, that strip, the from pattern paper at the top, that must be 5/8 of an inch and by 12, and I will be adding it to the top of the layout and then adding some machine stitching details around the borders. More splatters. And then more splatters, and I just gave it a few minutes to dry. Played a little bit with, I added more texture and dimension by messing with the ends of those pieces. That was important to mention. When you're adding the adhesive, you can add either a double-sided tape or runner adhesive or running tape, or a liquid glue, which is what I used, but I left the ends without any adhesive just so I could do this. And now it is time for me to add the title. And I went with this phrase, trying to get the perfect place for it. Now I am creating a small cluster on the top left of my layout, top left side of my or corner of my layout. And then at the bottom, so I have towards the left, right below the title, you'll see the orange flowers. There is an orange or the journaling box with an orange border, and then I'm transitioning to the light blue and the green with the other elements. I will be bringing also a little bit of that orange or pink. I believe it's orange. I see it on the left. Yes, orange and a little bit of pink with the butterfly. Now I'm gonna add, and I have a couple of circle frames on the left of the photo. I'm adding my journaling. I did add some of the puffy enamel dots. I love the puffy stickers in this collection. Super colorful collection, super fun to work with. Again, I am not sure how on earth I still had this paper available, but it was the perfect pattern paper for this photo to tell this story, and I had so much fun creating it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to see what you've created already with this collection or what you're planning to create. I'm Andrea Lake. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.